You understand? You done found a new breed of Hebrews that stand and walk with the Lord's statutes and commandments of the Most High, and we don't care who we got to come up against. You ain't standing before this truth. You understand? We done took them all on and gonna continue to take them all on. Of my true love's head.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cost. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they rob a link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaica, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yasha Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Wanna be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim, homicide ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms, never getting treatment, something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long, and it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, crackers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. If your mind ain't there, then we don't dream alike. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love they reflection, no matter what the complexion. We got a common connection, a part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every fight. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for the Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for the Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Test 1, 2. 2, 2, 2. 2. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. The Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now,
All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. And shot called. either that or the right hand to the top, dog. Funny how we see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on a life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you. I had no life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me. But that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh, even though we did the wrong thing. My life would been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name. Now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas. Not knowing that them handcuffs custom made the face. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was defiant, not knowing that this ain't how we live. This just how they design it. Cause when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gonna be on papers and no restrictions. My father said a hard head to make a soft ass. I didn't care, I wanted fear when I walked past. In a place where a black man's blood is cheap. I thank the Lord for the day I was on Lake Street. Pissing in a cup, back and forth to court, from the DC school. I swear it felt like I cried on that fucking porch. The Lord said, my sheep, they ain't hear my voice. Asked me why I'm UPK, I told them I ain't have a choice. They said God ain't 50-50 and what's gonna come to pass. The Lord called me out the world and that's how I really fast. All I wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. Go ahead. All I wanted was to be a gangster. ISUPK until it hit the fan. I want power and a throne, nigga, fuck them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now got the upper hand, gotta promote this brand. Correct whole multitudes until they all understand. If I can't get that crown, Lord, then put me in the hands of someone more mighty, make me this hit man. Reminiscing on the pain that was felt. Shit, I was in the jail. Shit, I needed help. But Twan was locked up and the judge put man on the shelf. Had me cry cause it felt like I was left by myself. All I wanted was to impress niggas with my grinding. Now I ain't trying to prove shit to nobody but Muhammad. Cause most these niggas lie, pump smoke. One time for the most high, he made me a cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponent. Stacking cash, not knowing it wouldn't last. Then God, I hope you accept my atonement. Cause all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was a gangster. Decisions that I made before the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was a gangster. Decisions that I made before the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster.
All right, top it up. You're mute now.
Yeah, gone, sir.
Top it up. All right, welcome to this Sunday's class. It's the beginning of the feast of dedication that we call Hachaanakah.
That's right.
This was the time when we dedicated or rededicated the temple. After the time of the Grecian invasion. After the time of the Grecian invasion of Jerusalem, then,
Right.
then the Greeks invaded Jerusalem, and Jerusalem came under the rule of the Grecians. So you see, it's not just now that Esau has been testing us. But that's about more than 2,000 years ago now. But these people now, they have a feeling like, we own these people. The Greeks, the Romans, who else after that? The British, Spanish, Romans again, under the Romans twice. So they get a feeling like they own us now. But in the time of the Maccabees, when we almost fall, we almost lost the kingdom to the Grecians. But the Mosai rose up, the Maccabees, brothers, they were Levites, sons of Mattathias. He was a priest. And they fought valiantly, many wars, overthrow the Greeks and their allies, many times over. And then they rebuild the temple, repair the temple. That was at Jerusalem. And then they dedicated the temple again. And that was the beginning of Hachaanakah, event that you find only in the scriptures that they remove from the Bible, which is Apocrypha, in a book called the Maccabees, First Maccabees. I remember they used to tell us, young and in church, I think they tell about, you read them book, they can mad you. Not that thing like that.
Right.
But you can go join the American, the military though. How much people get mad after joining the military? End up with psychological problem.
Right.
Right. So you can read Maccabees with mad, but you can go join the military. And really and truly, which one mad? The military.
Okay.
All them soldiers who go into war and come back out, they end up with psychological problem.
PTSD.
What PTSD? Yeah. And it gets so severe in majority of them that they end up homeless.
God, one God. Slakia, sir, not to mention the suicide rate as well.
The suicide rates.
God,
Now,
one
if
God.
you read the book of Hachaanakah, Maccabees, you won't end up on the streets.
Right,
You end up with PTSD.
right.
They used to tell you that because they don't want you to read. And it was several books. All right, so first Maccabees chapter 4. We're going to jump into it.
God, one God.
I'm going to say some prayers at the end. Say the prayers at the end. All right, so jump right into first Maccabees chapter 4. We're going to start from verse 1.
God, one God. God, one God. This is the book of First Maccabees chapter 4 and verse 1. Then took Gargias 5,000 footmen and 1,000 of the best horsemen and removed out of the camp by night.
All right. Why did Gargias do this, and who is Gargias? Read verse 2.
God, one God, verse 2. To the end he might rush in upon the camp of the Jews and smite them suddenly, and the men of the fortress were his guides.
All right. So Gorgias was a leader of the invading army at the time.
Right.
Was the Grecians. So they wanted to take the Jews by surprise. Read on.
God, verse 3. Now, when Judas heard thereof, he himself removed, and the valiant men with him, that he might smite the king's army, which was at Amios. Verse 4. While as yet Amios. God.
Amios. Oh, right.
God,
Judas heard of the plan, and he was trying a counter plan. Read on.
God. Verse 4. While as yet the forces were dispersed from the camp.
Read on.
Verse 5. In the mean season came Gargias by night into the camp of Judas. And when he found no man there, he sought them in the mountains. For said he, these fellows flee from us.
Right, so Judas heard of the plot, come up with a counter plan. Gargias now said, what? Them run. They run down in the mountains.
God.
Read on.
God. Verse 6. But as soon as it was day, Judas showed himself in the plain with 3,000 men, who nevertheless had neither armor nor swords to their minds.
All right, so Judas now reveal himself unto them.
Right.
No sword, no armor. But these were 3,000 men, continue, valiant men.
God. Verse 7. And they saw the camp of the heathen, that it was strong and well harnessed, and compassed round about with horsemen, and these were expert at war.
Right. Just like how you have the great Babylon today being expert at war. Read on.
Verse 8. Then said Judas to the men that were with him, fear ye not their multitude, neither be ye afraid of their assault.
Right. So they were what? Mightier than in numbers.
Right.
These were men who had thousands more than what what they call them? Than what the Jews had.
Right.
Way more men than the Jews.
Hachaanakah.
But Judas was fear not. Don't be afraid of them. Neither be afraid of the assault that they can do. Think of Venezuela now. Look at Venezuela being, an assault being planned on him by big bad Babylon America.
God.
Venezuela is one little nation, nothing compared to the military might of Babylon.
Right.
All right, read on.
Hachaanakah. Verse 9. Remember how our fathers were delivered in the Red Sea when Pharaoh pursued them with an army.
Right.
Verse 10. Slap.
So Judas was now taking them back to the time of Moses.
Hachaanakah.
Right. Reminding them, remember there was a time when they came upon Moses and Moses feared not.
Right.
So we're telling you the same thing. Read on.
Hachaanakah. Verse 10. Now therefore let us cry unto heaven, if peradventure the Lord will have mercy upon us, and remember the covenant of our fathers, and destroy this host before our face this day.
Well, the difference now with Maduro and Judas. Judas knew he was an Israelite,
Yeah, Hachaanakah.
and Judas was positioning himself under the promise, the covenant. Maduro need to wake up and probably start something like that. Pray open there, make the Most High, But that is if he knows that he's an Israelite.
Hachaanakah.
All right. 7:30 now.
Yeah, me know, can.
All right. Read on.
Hachaanakah. Verse 11. That so all the heathen may know that there is one who delivereth and saveth Israel. Verse
Right.
12. Slap.
So this is him now calling upon God, as big and bad as he might be. Call upon God. Read on.
Hachaanakah. Verse 12. Then the strangers lifted up their eyes and saw them coming over against them.
Go on.
Hachaanakah. Verse 13. Wherefore they went out of the camp to battle, but they that were with Judas sounded their trumpets.
Right. So while they were going on and they saw the enemies coming out now, then start blow them trumpets. Read on.
Hachaanakah. Verse 14. So they joined battle, and the heathen, being discomfited, fled into the plain.
Right. So they got attacked by this smaller number of men, and they were blowing their trumpet. They get discomfited now, probably wondering if other men were coming and things. So they were not focused on that battle.
Right.
They, discomfited. Read on.
Hachaanakah. Verse 15. Albeit all the hindmost of them were slain with the sword, for they pursued them unto Gazera and unto the plains of Idumea, and Azotus and Jamnia, so that there were slain of them upon 3,000 men.
Right. So a great number of them were slain because they were not running. They were the greater numbers, but they were running.
Can can.
The Most High got them running. Read on.
Can. Verse 16. This done Judas returning again with his host from pursuing them.
Right.
Verse,
so they come back, run them, they run into the, pursue them and kill them, who then catch, and then they return now. Read on.
Can. Verse 17. And said to the people, be not greedy of the spoil, inasmuch as there is a battle before us.
All right.
Verse,
so when them run, leave whatever they came with, they were now, they were, have spoils of war, because the tents and everything that they had in the camp, they run, leave it. And wealth, they had money, silver, real gold, because every time they come upon us, they carry money, because they know, oh, a lot of men, not as slaves, will be for sale. So they walk with money. So Judas was telling the people, all right, don't get too greedy with this spoil. We don't got the battle is not over. That's what I mean by there's a battle before us.
Verse 18. And Garcias and his hosts are here by us in the mountain. But stand ye now against our enemies and overcome them. And after this ye may boldly take the spoils.
Right. So read that verse again, kind of.
Verse 18. And Garcias and his hosts are here by us in the mountain. But stand ye now against our enemies and overcome them. And after this ye may boldly take the spoils.
Right. That's it. So Judas was saying to them, let's fight Garcias. After we defeated Garcias, then we can go trouble the spoils. But for now, leave the spoils. Let's focus on the war.
Right.
Read
on. Verse 19. As Judas was yet speaking these words, there appeared a part of them looking out of the mountain.
Go on.
Verse 20. Who, when they perceived that the Jews had put their host to flight and were burning the tents, for the smoke that was seen declared what was done. Verse 21. And when therefore they perceived these things, they were sore afraid. And seeing also the host of Judas in the plain ready to fight.
Right. So the camp that they would have been going back to, Garcias and his men, was on fire, and the enemy, who was the Jews, the Jews was in their camp. We were in their camp, waiting for them, burning their tents. So they got afraid.
Can. Verse 22. They fled everyone into the land of strangers. Verse 23. Then Judas returned to spoil the tents where they got much gold and silver and blue silk and purple of the sea and great riches.
Right, that's what I was telling you. They had the riches with them. So when they went there, they went and took over the things in the camp. Wow, there was a lot of things to be found. Lots of things to be found. And that is how many times our people get things, get some wealth from these other nations. Most I let them come up against us and they bring wealth and things and they let them run leave it or die leaving it. And then we now get this, it's called spoils of war. So if America should invade Venezuela, the Great Babylon should invade Venezuela, and that invasion stand against Venezuela, the spoil of that war would be Venezuela's oil.
Gun.
Right. But I pray the most I discomfit them and let them have to run out of Venezuela.
Right.
Probably leaving some of their equipment and thing and let Venezuela get them. But who knows? All right. Read on.
Gun. Verse 24. After this, they went home and sung a song of thanksgiving and praised the Lord in heaven, because it is good, because his mercy endureth forever.
Right. So you see, there are times when you stand, some great things stand before you, look greater than you.
God.
But this is one thing that we have lost as a people. The great Babylon come up against you. Don't look to Russia. Don't look to China. Call on God.
Right.
Right? The Most High has never really helped us through another nation, Like one nation come up on us and then they send the next nation to defend us. We have any history of that in this. He himself, this protect us and fight for us. He's the one that do it. All right, 25.
Gun. Verse 25. Thus Israel had a great deliverance that day. Verse 26. Now all the strangers.
Hold on. We have some other battles all the way down, but let's jump down now to verse 52. We're going right into how Hachaanakah came about.
Gun. Verse 52. No, on the 5 and 20th day of the 9th month, which is called the month of CLASE, in the 148th year, they rose up betimes in the morning.
Right. So this was the time when they now have their land back in their hands with the temple. Read on.
Gun. Verse 53. And offered sacrifice according to the law upon the new altar of burnt offerings, which they had made.
So what does that now? They had run out the enemies. If you remember, they had the enemies came in and they sacrificed pig on the altar. So what Judas did was to get out those stones and put new stones in there.
Right.
And then they start back the what they call it again, the daily sacrifice. And so on. And we start back our sacrifices according to the law. According to how the law says we should do our sacrifices. So that came back.
Right. Gun. Verse 54. Look at what time and what day the heathen had profaned it. Even in that was it dedicated with songs and citherns, and harps, and cymbals.
Right. So we rededicated the temple again with a new altar, with gladness, singing and dancing, and
Right.
that's us. Read on.
That one can. Verse 55. Then all the people fell upon their faces, worshipping and praising the God of heaven, who had given them good success.
Right. So when you read the same Maccabees here, in the beginning it tell you how some evil men of Israel went and made covenant with the heathens, and so the heathen just coming, who was the Grecians. Yeah, the Grecians were coming up and they said, let's join, like we would have nations now rising. All right, China coming up now. And we run and go and join ourselves with China and say, wow, they are coming up and they seem honorable and they seem this and they seem that. And then after, the very nation that they went to join, the very nation come up against them in battle. That was what happened to us. And then the Most High rose Judas and his brethren, his brothers, to fight these heathens off. And they succeeded. So they were rededicating the temple after they succeeded. Go on.
Can. Verse 56. So,
You want to put the scripture up on the screen?
yeah, can. Can. Verse 56. And so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days, and offered burnt offerings with gladness, and sacrificed the sacrifice of deliverance and praise.
Yeah, man. That's how you know that we are the true Jews, Yeah? I mean, which of these nations now something good happened to them and they celebrate so long? We did it over 8 days. 8 days of celebration. You know what? It became 8 days of holidays.
Can.
Nah, man, these heathens, they have money to go and make. They're not have time for
Can.
Read on.
Can. Verse 57. They decked also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold, and with shields, and the gates and the chambers they renewed, and hung doors upon them.
Right. So they decorate the place. Gold, real silver.
Can.
Hang it in the temple. These were probably some of the spoils of war. And the shields, like the military shield, or the battle shield.
Can.
Obviously some shield that they would have taken from the enemy, because they fought many wars. And all these, they use them on hang in the temple. Go on.
Can. Verse 58. Thus was there very great gladness among the people, for that the reproach of the heathen was put away.
Right. So Christ didn't come as yet, so the Most High did not make that reproach stand, which was what Christ said. When Christ came, Christ said, when you see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet standing in the temple. Now, in this time, it was an abomination of desolation because they desolated the temple. But it did not stand because Judas fought them off and rebuilt the temple and reversed things. After Christ, 70 AD, after the heathens, it was the Romans at that time that came up against us again. At that time, it stand in the temple, meaning from them take down the temple and they were able to sacrifice pig and horse and all kind of thing on the altar. It was not reversed. Right? That reproach stood. But in this time, which is saying 58, thus was there very great gladness among the people, for that the reproach of the heathen was put away. All right, read on.
Verse 59. Moreover, Judas and his brethren with the whole congregation of Israel ordained that the days of the dedication of the altar should be kept in their season from year to year by the space of 8 days. From the 5th, from the 25th day of the month, Casliu, with mirth and gladness.
Right. So it must be kept with happiness. Food and sweet smelling odors. All right, next verse. So that was how Hachaanakah came about. Right? So it falls in December because the times and the counting was changed because our calendar while we were in Jerusalem began when spring began. The year began when spring began. And they count the moons. That's what the moon is for counting to mark the days, the months, not for bowing down and worship.
Right.
To mark the seasons and the times. Read on.
Verse 60. At that time also they builded up the Mount Zion with high walls and strong towers round about, lest the Gentiles should come and tread it down as they had done before.
Right, so the Mount Zion, that was Jerusalem, the mountain that Jerusalem was on. And they had the Jerusalem wall, so they build back the wall, build it higher. Now, when you read Revelation tell you about the kingdom of heaven having that great high wall. This is what the Most High is doing in the end. Building that great high wall, high and mighty and long and tall, to protect his people from these nations. Which means if it was left to them, to these other nations, even while the kingdom of heaven would have been here, they would have been trying to overthrow.
Right.
But the Most High not even is going to give them the thought. Won't even let that thought prevail in their mind. All right, read on.
Verse 61. And they set there a garrison to keep it, and fortified Bethsura to preserve it, that the people might have a defense against Idumea.
And who was Idumea again?
The Greeks.
Greeks.
White man.
Very white men, very Esau's descendants.
Can.
They were the ones who we have to be protecting ourselves against.
Can.
All right, so that's it. That's Hachaanakah. We're gonna jump into some prayers. We're gonna be saying prayers. So we're gonna turn the class over to priest and officer Kayad one.
All right.
We can. I think we can say all the prayers.
Come on. All right, I'm medium, which means to stand. Turn and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and then in English.
Hello. Hold on.
Go.
All right. Go on. Ready?
Hachaanakah. Abanawa. Shabashamayam. Wadash. Ayah. Shamka. Yahweh. Malakwatka. Aba'a. Batazaka. Ayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawa. Ayah. Washamayam. Nathanganawa. Lakam. Kal. Yawam. Wasalaklanawa. Kawabwatnawa. Kasalatnawa. Kawabwatanawa. Wala'a. Tabaya anawa. Panasayawan. Abal. Awashainawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wa'ala. Wa'athapara. La'aiwalamyam. Aman.
In English, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh.
Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our debts,
Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our debts,
as we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom and the power
For thine is the kingdom and the power
and the glory forever, so be it.
and the glory forever, so be it. All right, this is a prayer for the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Basham Yahweh Shai.
Hashem Yahweh.
Bawakosha.
Abakosha.
Nathanganawa.
Nathanganawa.
Akak.
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 Kalmakala.
Kalmakala.
Wakalmadawa.
Wakalmadawa.
Akak.
Akak.
Lata'ar.
Lata'ar.
Amatazaraya.
Matazaraya.
Akak.
Akak.
La'akwaya.
La'akwaya.
Amathia.
Amathia.
Akak.
Akak.
Alrakawat.
Alrakawat.
Atama'ala.
Atama'ala.
Lagarasha.
Lagarasha.
Basham Yahweh Shai.
Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Tuwadaman.
Tuwadaman. In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power.
Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power.
Power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease.
The power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease.
Power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
Power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out in the name of Yahushua.
To cast them out in the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. All right, this is the prayer for the power structure blessing. So, okay, which one of them, sir?
Psalm 121.
Kind of one,
And then Psalm 83.
kind of one. This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Ashahah.
Ashahah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Alaharian. Mayan.
Mayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Isaiah.
Isaiah.
Aim.
Aim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shamayam.
Shamayam.
Wa'arataza.
Wa'arataza.
Ayathon.
Ayathon.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Ragalka.
Ragalka.
Alyanawam.
Alyanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Analaha.
Analaha.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yayashan.
Yayashan.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha'ala.
Shawala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazalka.
Tazalka.
Silaki. Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyanka.
Yamyanka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Ashamash.
Ashamash.
La'a.
La'a.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Balayala.
Bayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Makalrai.
Makalrai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Afnapashka.
Afnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Tadahaka.
Tadahaka.
Wabawahaska.
Wabawahaska.
Ma'aita.
Ma'aita.
Wa'aid Iwalam.
Wa'aid Iwalam. In English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help.
I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
Heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
behold,
he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
He that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And forevermore. And even forevermore.
All right, this is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. So, Alahayam.
Alahayam.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Dalamayaka.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
Wa al-Tashakwat.
Wa al-Tashakwat.
Al. Kaya'ana.
Kaya'ana.
Awayabyaka.
Awayabyaka.
Ya'ama.
Yahama.
Yawan.
Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Aimaka.
Al-Aimaka.
Ya'ira Yamwa.
Ya'ira Yamwa.
Sawadah.
Sawadah.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'aitazawa.
Ya'aitazawa.
Al-Tazabawanyaka.
Al-Tazabawanyaka.
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakakidom,
Wanapaka,
Magoya,
Magaya,
Walaha,
Malaha,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Shamya Sha'ala,
Shamla Sharala,
Aiwada,
Aiwada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawa Aitazawa,
Nawa Aitazawa,
Laba,
Naba,
Adwa,
Yakadwa,
Alyaka,
Ailaka,
Waryat,
Mariat,
Yakarathwa,
Yakaratwa,
Aholia,
Aholia,
Adawam,
Adawam,
Wayashamai,
Wayashaman,
Alayam,
Alayam,
Mawahaba,
Mawaaba,
Wa Agaria,
Wa Agaria,
Kabal,
Ba,
Wa Aimawan,
Wa Aimawan,
Wa Aimalak,
Wa Aimalak,
Palashath,
Wanashad,
Aim Yashabia,
Aimashabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Ram Ashawa,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Aimam,
Imam,
Ayawa,
Ayawa,
Tarawai,
Zarawai,
Labanya Lawat,
Labania Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aisha Laham,
Aishala'am,
Kamadian,
Kamali,
Kathaya,
Nasaya,
Sara'a,
Zara'a,
Kayabian,
Kayadian,
Wanakal,
Wanakal,
Wayashwan,
Wayashwa,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Bayandara,
Bayan Da'ara,
Ayawa,
Ayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
Salakia, La Adama,
La Adama,
Shayathamwa,
Shayatamo,
Nada,
Nada,
Yabmawa,
Yabmawa,
Ka'airab,
Ka'ira,
Wakaza Abba,
Waka Azaba,
Wakaza Abak,
Wakaza Azaba,
Wakatazal,
Wakataza,
Mana'ai,
Mana'am,
Kalna Sayakamwa,
Kanla Sayatamo, Kamo,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amara,
Nayarasha,
Ayarasha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Af,
Al,
Na'awaf,
Na'awad,
Alahayam,
Ala'ayam,
Alahaya,
Ala'aya,
Shayathamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Kakalgala,
Kakalgala,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya Rakwa,
Mapane Wakwa,
Kaash,
Ka'ash,
Taba Ira ya Ira,
Tamba Ira ya Ira,
Wakala Abba,
Wakala Abba,
Ala'at,
Ala'ad,
Arayam,
Arayam,
Khan,
Kan,
Taradapma,
Taradapma,
Wathahiraka,
Wasa Iraka,
Wabasa,
Wabasa,
Wapafka,
Wapatka,
Taba Alam,
Taba Alam,
Ala'a,
Ala'a,
Panyaam,
Panyaam,
Palawam,
Palawam,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabahalwa,
Wayabahalwa,
Al-Yahai,
Ala'ad,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparo,
Wayaabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadayawa,
Wayadayawa,
Kaya'atha,
Kaya'atha,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Al-Yawan,
Alawan,
Al-Kalha, Aharataza,
Al-Kalha, in English, keep not thy silence, O Yahweh,
keep not thy silence, O Yahweh,
hold not thy peace,
hold not thy peace,
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult,
thine enemies make a tumult,
and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people,
and consulted against thy hidden ones.
and consulted against thine hidden ones.
They have said,
Come,
let us cut them off from being a nation,
let us cut them off from being a nation,
that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee,
They are confederate against thee,
tabernacles of Edom,
the tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites
of Moab,
and
the Agarenes,
and the Agarenes,
the Baal,
and
Ammon,
and Ammon,
and Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre.
the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with them.
Ashur it also is joined with them.
They have opened the children of Lot,
They have opened the children of Lot,
Selah,
do
unto them as unto the Midianites,
unto them as unto the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kison,
at the brook of Kison,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Made their nobles like Oreb,
Their nobles like Oreb,
and like Zeib,
and like Zeheb.
yea,
Yea,
all their princes as Ziba,
all their princes as Zebah,
and as Zalmunna,
and as Zamuna,
who said,
who said,
let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession.
let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession.
O my power,
O my power,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as the fire burneth a wood,
and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
and as the flames setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest,
So persecute them with thy tempest,
and make them afraid with thy storm.
and make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O my power,
O my power,
let them be confounded and troubled forever.
let them be confounded and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame
let them be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know that thou,
that men may know that thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
art the most high over all the earth.
art the most high over all the earth.
All right, power structure, blessing.
Gun. So, all right, this is the power structure blessing. Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
wa Yahweh Shai,
Yahweh Shai,
wa Mayaka Allah,
Amayaka Allah,
wa Alahayim,
wa Alahayam,
Matadha Yaha,
Matazab Bayaha,
Alawap Yahanna,
Alawabian,
Alawapiam,
Alawabian,
Saranyam,
Asarani,
Akotazayanyam,
Akatazab Yanyam,
Akolayanyam,
Akayanyam,
wa Akwathiam,
wa Akatia,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Sham Yahweh Shai, Thawadah Aman.
Tawadah. In English, bless you, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai,
Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai,
and Micah,
and Micah,
and the angels,
and the angels,
Commanding General Yahanna,
Commanding General YAHANNA,
the generals,
the generals,
the captains,
the captains,
the officers,
officers,
the troopers,
the troopers,
and the sisters,
and the sisters,
Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua.
Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it.
All right, sorry for the curses. Sorry. Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth and all things living.
King of heaven and earth and all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahushua.
in the name of Yahushua.
Listen to us now,
Listen to us now,
right now.
right now.
Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction
Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction
to the heathen that speak against us,
to the heathen that speak against us,
thy prophets,
by prophets,
the teachers,
the teachers,
the princes,
the princes,
the priests,
the priests,
the Israelite brothers and the school.
the Israelite brothers and the school.
Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction
Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction
to the heathen,
to the heathen,
and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel,
and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel
that refuse to give to the school.
that refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary,
Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary.
send evils and curses and punishment and destruction
Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction
to the Edomites and the nations,
to the Edomites and the nations
and their drug dealers,
and their drug dealers,
the court system,
the court system,
the prison system,
the prison system,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the governments of our enemies,
all the governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Amalek synagogues and armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
the Pope,
Islam,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Ku Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
Skinheads,
Skinheads,
Wasikomatazi,
Wasikomatazi,
the gay movement,
the gay movement,
the lesbian movement,
the lesbian movement,
spies,
spies,
workers of witchcraft,
workers of witchcraft,
NASA space programs,
NASA space program,
Army,
Army,
Navy,
Navy,
Air Force,
Air Force,
Marines,
Marines,
Wall Street,
Wall Street,
open up the internet and the airways,
open up the internet and the airways,
cable access channels and the radio channels,
the cable access channels and the radio channels,
convict the spirit of any of thy people
convict the spirit of any of thy people
that seek to stop us
that seek to stop us
and bring swift destruction to all the heathen
and bring swift destruction to all the heathen
that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words
that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues,
Let loose all the plagues,
cause them to go to and fro
cause them to go to and fro
through the earth,
through the earth
consume them.
and consume them.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
Let the plagues shake the house of the thief and the murderer.
Let Yahweh, Michael, and Gabriel
Let Yahushua, Michael, and Gabriel
come down with the flying saucers
come down with the flying saucers
and punish all the heathens
and punish all the heathens
that come up against us
against
as we speak thy word.
as we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all
Cause it to be known by all
that it is the angels that have done it.
that it is the angels that has done it.
Cause it to be spread through media,
Cause it to be spread through the media,
throughout the whole world.
throughout the whole world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you always, so be it.
Thank you always, so be it.
All right. Bless Israel.
God. All right, this is the prayer to bless Israel. Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Ba'asham Yahushai,
Hashem Yahushua.
Barak Lanawa,
Barakana.
Wayasharala,
Wayashurana.
Wa'a,
Wa'a.
Bayat Saparia,
Alright, Sapphire.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapa'ah.
Rapa'ah.
Magan. Magan.
Hold on. Which one is it? Magan.
Hagan.
Magan.
Commanding General Yahanna.
Hold on. Is that is the part structure blessing you're saying. This is the one where you Lord, in the name of Jesus, bless us and Israel and the school. You have that one?
The one who said Barakatha Yahweh.
Yeah.
We said that already.
No, man. Yahweh Basham Yawashai, Barak Lanawa, Waya Sharala, Waya Bayat Sapaya, Barak, Basham Yawashai, THAWADAH.
Okay. Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, Barak Lanawa, Yashara. Oh, yeah, you mean keep out some part of it. I see him on, you know. Unless you have a different version of it.
No, man.
It says Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, Barak Lanawa, Wayasharala. That you attack, no?
Alright, check your phone.
Yeah. Kan. Yeah, man. Kan. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashem Yahshai,
Basham Yawashai,
Barak Lanawa,
Barak Lanawa,
Wayasharala,
Waya Sharala,
Wa'ah,
Waha,
Wayatsaparia,
Bayat Sapaya,
Barak,
Barak,
Bashem Yahshai,
Basham Yawashai,
THAWADAH.
THAWADAH. What you have just said, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, shall bless us and Israel and the school. In the name of Yahweh, thank you so much.
Alright, Sar, which means to turn. We're gonna give one courtesy salute. We're gonna give one courtesy salute to the teacher, men of Israel, Imadium Shabbat, Imadium, Barak, Yahweh Bashem Yahshai Barakatha,
Basham Yawashai, Bakatum.
Yaramata. I give one courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, turn and face the sisters, Sar. Men of Israel, Imadium Shabbat, Imadium, Barak, Yahweh Shamar, Alafan, Basham, Yahweh Yaramata. Class dismissed.
Alright, that's the Kyle, and just take us out.
Kan. Alright, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshai Barakatha.
Alright, ISUPK Bahamas. Shout out to ISUPK Bahamas. Princess Panara from Bahamas. Shout out to you, to Princess. Shout out to the Bahamas, to Jamaica. Alright, so Shalom.
Shalom.
Alright, so Officer Kyle, let's take us out.
Kan. Alright, so to everybody watching, remember to like and subscribe, you know what I mean? Until, you know what I mean? Next class, Shalom.